everyone. Thank you for joining me. It's Seek and You Will Find tonight. So what Seek and You Will Find is where you can ask me a question tonight and I will give you an answer in the form of a healing. And you can type your question on the chat bar to the right in your window. And if you want to send it privately so that nobody else can see who's asking the question, you can send it to admin only. So that's how you get, that's where you go to ask me a question. And then how this works is I take a look at everybody in the sanctuary in the form of a composite. And sorry, my phone went off. Let me just take the voice level down here. Sorry about that. Okay, so I work on everybody in the sanctuary as a composite. I look at everyone as a composite so that I can find what are called matching pain pictures, which helps me locate where everybody in the sanctuary has some matches on their pain levels. And so by illuminating that, I can clear that for everyone. And also, really what I'm doing is showing you while I'm healing you how I'm doing it so that as spirit, you guys can watch and heal yourselves along with me. That's why when you watch the Seek and You Will Find or any of my sanctuary healings back on the video replays, you can get a secondary healing because you're watching how I'm doing the healing. Because I'll tell you something about the healings. The way that I do them and the way that I teach is I'm always showing you a picture, a mental image picture of the healing. And so as spirit, you can be looking at that and clairvoyantly seeing it. You might not consciously have the awareness of exactly what the picture is. That sometimes you might, but that's how we heal ourselves. So, all right, enough about that. I'm going to get started tonight with a healing of my choice. And my healing choice tonight is to clear everybody's money space, specifically the energy of survival. I notice every January that we all go into a little bit of financial survival after the holidays. And so that's one of the energies I'd like to clear. So everybody's going to get a money healing. All right. Now, before I start, I'm going to set the energy with a prayer. As we cleanse and heal the temple of the soul, may it be with the blessing of divinity that it shine its countenance upon us and bring us peace in body, mind, and spirit. Amen. Okay. I'm going to start with the money healing. There's a weariness in the money space, like after having done the whole holiday thing, like a lot of energy and managing a lot of stuff. So there's weariness coming out of the money space. Some of the pictures coming out are having to be very careful about what you spend money on. Of course, how much everything how much more everything is costing. There's all kinds of pictures coming out. Now, here's the energy that I really wanted to get to. It's family energy in the money space from the holidays. It's a dark purple. And it's where your family has their own energy and pictures and thoughts about money. And a lot of times when we gather at family events, we mix our energies a lot. And so I'm going to clear the family energy. This is where I find a lot of the survival energy. Yeah, it's almost like I can hear a voice of relief as the family energy is being grounded. Boy, I got to tell you, that really lightens up the energy of the money space to get that purple out. And also, what's happening is, like, as all of that energy gets moved out, I'm hearing in the money space, you be able to say things that you thought you couldn't do, now you can do. Yeah, I really wanted to get that. I'll go ahead and say it, family competition out of your money space. So there, I've said it. Now it's gone, and I'm going to fill you in. You're being filled in with a great big orange gold sun. And Supreme Being just kind of helped you reset your money space, reset the energy of it so that it's in present time. All right. Now I'm going to proceed. I have a healing request that I need to read here. A person in my life is making important life decisions, one of which is possibly to move to Singapore. That will have a major effect on me as well as themselves. Could you help to ground both of us in open communication for the best possible outcome for our relationship? Yes, thank you. So we're going to get a relationship healing. All right, you get started. I'm going to start with the person that requested this and take a look at your particular relationship, and then I'm going to do a relationship healing on everyone. To the person that requested this, your partner is very frustrated and doesn't have a lot of confidence in themselves here, which is why I see them looking to something familiar over there in Singapore. And what I'm going to do to help you is your partner feels like he has to bear the brunt of all of the responsibility, the decision making, everything. So it's like he's weighed down with the weight of this all on his own. And what he's forgetting is that it's a two-person relationship. So I want to clear the energy so that he can communicate with you and that you guys can share in the decision making. And Supreme Being is giving your partner a healing on having to prove himself so that he can kind of relax back into his space and be in present time. I see this much more as being an issue, excuse me, more with him in his difficulty in communicating. Because when I work on your communication line, you seem to be very open to communication. So I'm working more on his side. Okay. There was like some lumpy white energy on his side of the communication line, and that just broke up. So now the energy is going back and forth. I'm just going to bring that up to gold. All right, I'm going to fill your guys' relationship space in with gold, and then I'm going to work on everybody in the sanctuary. First and foremost, coming out of everybody's relationship space is loneliness. That's a white energy. And it's both the energy of loneliness and also some pain pictures sitting in the relationship space that I'm going to clear. It's so cool when the loneliness comes out, you start to sparkle again. That's what we want. We want you sparkling. And that was really cool. I just watched you change your energy very quickly. And I'm just bringing in clear communication into your relationship space. It's coming in as a clear certainty blue. All right. That was great. You did a really good job clearing that. Okay, let me fill everybody in with gold. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm seeing many questions come in. I'm getting a little nervous. I'm just going to let you guys know I may not be able to get to all of the questions. I'm certainly going to try, but let's see if I can work my way through this. All right. I've got 2 requests for pain, hip healings. So one is about the hips and sciatica, and the other is about a strained right hip that's not getting better. Okay, so I'm going to start on the sciatica first and work on that in everybody, and then I'm going to jump to the hips. There's a lot of energy in the right sciatica of the person that requested the healing on the sciatic nerves. I'm going to clear that for you because it's a weird green. It's never good, weird green. So we're going to clear that out. And that's at the top of the right sciatic nerve. So after the weird green came out, there was a lot of lumpy white energy coming out of your sciatic nerve. Okay, so the energy's flowing on the right side. I'm going to check the left side. Okay, now I'm going to take a look at everybody's sciatic nerves and ground them. What's coming out is a lot of slow, thick, kind of dark purple blue energy out of everyone's sciatic nerves. To me, this looks like the energy of sitting a lot. Good. All right. That started draining, so that's good. I'm going to fill the sciatic nerves up with gold. All right. And then the next question was looking at a right hip that's not getting better. Okay. I'm actually seeing some energy on the bones in the right hip. I'm going to ground your skeletal system. The energy that comes up for me is that it's something similar to something your mother had, that there's some sort of relationship to your mom's energy with it. So I'm going to ground her energy and any of her pictures out. Oh, good. There it goes. And by that I mean not just your mom's energy, but you're starting to ground some stuck energy in that right hip. Okay. The energy that's coming out is really slow, really slow. So you might feel it coming out for the rest of the night. It's very slow, but it's moving and it's broken up. So stay grounded and ground that as it's coming out. I'm going to fill it in with gold. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to address hips, everybody's hips. We'll see what the energy is in them. A lot of what I see is poor posture affecting the hips, having a lot of weight and imbalance to the body. I'm going to ground that. The hips are telling me, they're talking to me, and they're telling me they're the workhorse of the body. That's what they're saying tonight. So they would like some grounding on the stress, some stress relief. Okay. Whew. Got a lot of dark purple energy out of the hips, bringing them up to gold. Okay, thank you for those questions. All right. Recently, I spent 3 days in the hospital for a digestive issue. I was not aware I had one. Okay, let me give you a healing on that. Not knowing what the digestive issue was, you still have like some inflammation in the lining of your intestines that I'm grounding. It also looks to me like you might be starting to get a little bit of an overgrowth of bugs, like just a sec. I don't know if they're parasites or what, but I do see that your body is getting a little bit of an overgrowth there. So let me ground that. Okay, what I was doing was trying to bring balance back to your intestines energetically. All right. I'm going to go ahead and fill your intestines up with gold, and I'm going to take a look at everybody else's digestive tract. Boy, a lot of poor digestive issues, so much, and a lot of heat and inflammation up high in the intestinal tract. The energy of antacids is coming out too. Yeah, so much heat in the body. That's what I'm seeing. Too much heat in the body. Okay. That smoothed things out. I'm going to go ahead and fill you up. Okay. All right. Thank you for that question. All right. Okay. The next question, is there anything blocking my telepathic receiving? You have what I'm going to call a control being, and that just means it's a being that's trying to control an aspect of you or something about you. And when I look at your telepathic channels, I'm kind of looking at them. They're, in here, and it's behind them on your left side is where I see that being, kind of in your head behind the telepathic channels. I'm going to see if we can't move it. It's kind of a nasty being. It's growling at me. It doesn't want to leave, so give me a minute here. Okay, I believe it's gone. Yes. Cool. So I'm not going to fill you in yet because now I'm going to give everybody a telepathic healing, and I'll fill you in with everyone else. So the loudest noise that I can hear in the telepathic channels is demands from people. And some of them are really quite aggressive. To me, some of the more aggressive ones are demands from work. There's a lot of unconscious energy in the telepathic channels. That's a thick white that's coming out. So we know what's underneath unconscious energy. As soon as that comes out, there's going to be a layer of pain that we're going to get out. Okay, so the unconscious energy just released, and then what's behind it is something that's kind of like a darker, redder version of that color flower in the telepathic channels. That's the next energy that's getting cleared. Okay. All right. I'm going to fill your telepathic channels in with gold. There's so much more space in there now. That's good. All right. Thank you for that question. Okay, let me. Okay. My question, I'm enrolled in Spanish school, and I know that it's really important for me to learn this new language, but I feel like there's something blocking me and preventing me from showing up like I need to. I feel like there might be some past life stuff or limiting beliefs. I'm wondering if you can take a look and clear any blocks. Sure, I like that question. Okay. So I am looking at a past life. I was looking at a couple of things. There's a past life where you were Spanish in another lifetime as a young woman married to an older man and you didn't get to talk. You weren't really allowed to talk very much. So when I look at you going to learn Spanish, there's this whole layer of white punishment that lights up behind your back. I'm going to ground that. Yes, so there's an association of not being supposed to talk when it comes to Spanish for you. That karma that you have is coming out the color of gray-green. Okay, I just saw the beginnings of some energy to make the language learning playful for you come in. And that was kind of a different colored pink. There's some yellow gold in there. I'm going to fill you in. And that layer of energy that was on your back is still coming off. But, you know, when you say hello to an energy, like let's say I'm looking at a big old chunk of a color, and if you say hello to it neutrally and the person can get that neutral hello, they'll start working on clearing it. So as long as you get that initial bit of it going, then you guys do the rest of the work, just to let you know. All right. Thank you for that question. That was interesting looking at it. Okay. Okay. This is a second part to an earlier question. On the day I was released, this is the person that went to the hospital. I had a high fever and was told I was positive for COVID, was sent home to quarantine for 10 days. That's when I lost my mojo about being positive with my health issues. Can you clear energies regarding my health or help me stay in the light about my future health problems? I keep going to the dark side. Okay, yes. And that's a good one. I'm going to work with everyone on this. Okay. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do is have Supreme Being give everyone a healing on their bodies, the physical bodies. The first thing that's happening in this healing is Supreme Being is pointing out to you, everyone, where you're holding lies, what I would call lies, energies that just go against you and your spiritual path. And so that's the first energy that's being lit up and being cleared. There's a lot of energy being cleared out of the core of you. And now I see Supreme Being kind of checking the integrity of your body. There's some giving up energy in the physical bodies that I want to address. Okay, that healing is wrapping up. And I watched this bright ruby red energy be brought into your body for its integrity. And now I'm going to fill you in with a gold sun. All right. Okay, let me see. Oh, I'm going to have to, let me see how many more I have. Okay. Okay, I got a question. How's my heart? I've been having some weird symptoms and I'm not sure I'm writing off something serious. You know, there seems to be like a secondary thing going on in the heartbeat, very faint and slight after the main heartbeat. So I don't know. I certainly hope you will go check this out. I'm not a doctor, but I hear something that's a little bit off from like your regular heartbeat. So energetically, I can ground it for you, but it's up to you to go get a doctor, okay? And I'm not saying that to freak you out because it's not anything that I see that's like go now, but I do want you to go see a professional, please. And I'm going to go ahead and ground everybody's heart and give them a healing. It's something to look at everybody in the sanctuary's heart beating because the power of that organ is incredible. So that was really an interesting experience looking at everybody's hearts there for a minute. Looks good, looks very good. Just going to ground a little bit of a gray energy. Okay, now I'm going to fill everybody's hearts in with gold. All right. Thank you for that request. Okay. Work exhaustion, couldn't say the word, work exhaustion, stress for a job I want to change anyway. Okay. Everybody's going to get a healing for work exhaustion. A lot of what I'm seeing is it's probably more like a habit than a belief, that you have to hang on to the energy of work. And so there's a lot of work energy that gets stuck in you that you wind up trying to work around. When you're home, you still have that work energy in you. So I'm going to start clearing that. To the person that asked this, I'm working on everyone, but I'm also keeping my eye on you. There's a lot in your telepathic channels, and what's going on right now is they're draining down here in your neck. Just to give you a heads up. I'm trying right now to help you move out of a dark midnight blue layer of energy that is held kind of in the abdomen. This, well, it's not just for spirits in female bodies, it's for spirits in male bodies too. There it goes. Okay. All right, there's some beautiful orange gold coming into that space. I'm going to fill that in with gold. Okay. Thanks for that question. And then last but never least, and I appreciate this person waiting, I get some deep sinus congestion for about a month, and it should be gone after taking allergy meds, decongestants, and eliminating some foods, but my ears still feel plugged. Okie dokie. I'm going to work on that. You still have swelling inside your ears. I'm going to ground it. Yeah, you're doing a good job releasing energy, and all of the telepathic healings tonight are going to be good for you too. And you have what's called a pain picture lit up in your sixth chakra, which is affecting this. I'm going to see if we can't clear that. Good. I showed you where the picture was and you moved it out. So now, good job. I'm going to fill you in with gold. That was good. That opened that space up. All right. Okay, now what I'm going to do for everyone, last healing will be just to ground everybody's balance and equilibrium between their ears. All right. We got a little bit of a release there, and I'm going to fill that space in with gold. Okay. That's it. I believe I got everything that I'm aware of. So thank you for all of those questions. Let me go ahead and close out. May it be with the blessing of divinity that this seek and you will find be complete. Amen. All right. Thank you. Thank you. And let me tell you what's coming up, because in 2 nights, we're going to have the calendar class. And that's where you get to take the time, a couple minutes for each month. We're going to set the energy and actually draw on a calendar to set the energy for each month of 2023. And it's a fun class. I would love to have you in it. And if you're going to take it, download the calendar before class, get some crayons or some sparkles, some colored pens, so that you can use them to fill in your calendar. And the calendar is posted on the page that has the class on it on our website. So you can download that calendar from the website. All right. I think that's all I'm going to talk to you about tonight. I know I went way over. Thanks for hanging with me. And I look forward to seeing you Thursday for the calendar class. Have a wonderful evening. I've got my eyes on you, and I will see you Thursday. Bye-bye.